I think it's just gonna be a nice little bit of Halo Combat Evolved and chill. It's the best way I can describe it. Let's get to sit here, breeze through some Halo, shoot the shit, you know, the deal. So we're gonna start with Halo 1 anyway. It's not gonna be a completionist run, it's not gonna be a collect all run. I literally just wanna sit back, chill out, play some Halo. So let's see, where are we going here? I'm gonna pick a playlist. I've got most of them done, but I'm just gonna pick through it and go anyway. Oh, I actually already had a Halo playlist in progress. Every so often I come back and I just work on these. Yeah, it'll overwrite my old one, but I don't mind. I'm just a huge Halo fan, and I really want to get all this done. Just, like, everything maxed out, basically. Or at least the majority of stuff. I don't mind if I don't get the multiplayer achievements or whatever. I'd love to get what are they called? The Lasso playlist. I'd love to get that done, but I'm realistic. There's a limit to even my skill. Anyway, let's keep nice and quiet during these cutscenes. Just in case this is your first chance with Halo.
Cortana, all I need to know is, did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
What is the answer, Cortana?
We made a blind jump. How did they...
Get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster. As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated, no one could have missed the hole we tore in subspace. They were waiting for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
Our fighters are mopping up the last of their recon picket now, nothing serious. But I've isolated approach signatures for multiple CCS-class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well,
Starting to really losing battle.
Back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone.
Everyone, eh?
And Cortana.
Hmm?
Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
I guess we factor in with the everyone.
Attention, all combat personnel. Please report to your action stations.
That's a lot of ships.
Secure airlocks on deck 11.
Pelicans, Scorpions, Marines for days,
Charlie 14.
Warthogs. And then on top of all that,
You heard the lady. Move like you got a purpose.
we got
Not
Johnson.
a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Once again, it is our job to finish what the Flyboys started. We are leaving this ship platoon and engaging the Covenant on solid ground. When we meet the enemy, we will rip their skulls from their spines and toss them away laughing. Am I right, Marines? Sir, yes, sir! Damn right I am. Now move it out! Double time!
Attention all personnel.
Johnson's such a badass.
The enemy, external and
He's such a
internal
great
threats.
character. I'm pretty sure he's...
Greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close. This is gonna be your lucky day.
I'm pretty sure he's based on Apone from Aliens.
Sir? Right. Let's thaw him out. Okay. Bringing low-level systems online. Cracking the case in 30 seconds.
Here we go. The start of a legend.
He's hot! Blowing the pins in 5!
Tube shows green. Cycle complete.
Here we go, we got some control.
Sorry for the quick thaw, Master Chief. Things are a little hectic right now. The disorientation should pass quickly.
Welcome back, sir. We'll have you battle-ready stat.
Oh, it's gonna make me do the tutorial.
Look around the room. I need to get a calibration reading for your battlesuit's diagnostics. Good. Thank you, sir.
I'm bringing your health monitors online, sir.
I have the good old health monitor.
Vital signs look normal. No
Back when Halo actually had them.
Okay, sir. Go ahead and climb out of the cryotube.
I mean, technically it still does now, to an extent. It's just automatic regeneration.
I gave you a double dose of the wake-up stim. Take a quick walk around the cryo bay and join me at the optical diagnostic station when you're ready.
Versus back when you had to pick up health packs. I think it was ODST had it as well.
Stand on the red square, please.
Great, we got a calibrator controller.
I know the ordnance techs usually take care of your targeting sensors, but we're short of time, Chief. Just look at each of the flashing panels to target them. When you lock on, it'll change color. Okay, that looks good.
Sir, I'm getting some calibration errors. I'm going to invert your looking pitch, so you can see if you like it better that way.
I always wonder
Flashing lights again.
if anyone actually plays with inverted.
Okay, try looking up and down again, please. Do you want me to leave it like that or switch it again? Okay, I'll leave the pitch normal, but if you want, you can change it yourself later.
I mean, usually you'd use inverted for
Shield test now.
something like,
Shield test station.
what are they called?
Fire teams, report to
Like flying games.
Alpha through Sierra. Sensors show inbound Covenant boarding craft. Stand by to repel boarders.
And there's actually a little bonus in this room that we'll get in a moment. Well, there's a couple, really, but I'm not going to do
Look
the
at me so we can begin.
big completionist
Okay,
stuff,
bring
like
his
the
energy
crazy
shields
achievements and
online,
all. Hell, I already have most of
Shields
them.
read as fully charged.
Okay, sir. Bring them down to test the automatic recharge.
Boom, there goes the shield.
Recharging normally. We're showing green across the board.
Good stuff, good stuff. Green across the board.
Send the Master Chief to the bridge immediately.
Captain, we'll have to skip the weapons diagnostics and
On the double, crewman.
Aye, aye, sir. The skipper seems jumpy. We'd better get moving. We'll find you weapons later.
Okay, I'll leave the self-diagnostics running at least.
Good idea. You'd better get to your evac group, Sam.
Oh god, they're trying to get through the door! Security! Intruders in cryo too! Please!
Sam!
Damn, he got
We've
wrecked.
got to get the hell out of here.
Okay, so real quick before we go on, I'm just gonna... This is the secret I was talking about. Just come over here, behind these crates. Boom, first skull.
This way.
Now let's get going on. There's actually another achievement. If you can complete any level without jumping. Me and a friend actually did it here. You can kind of, I won't say glitch your way across this, but just you can really just edge over it. It's much easier in co-op because you can get people to like push you and stuff. Like, there we go. I didn't jump there at all. And that's really the only place you need to worry about possibly jumping. So you can get by that, as long as you don't press the A button for the rest of the level, you're fine. Let's get the hell out of here. Whoa, and a leap in the face. Nice. Hey, those Marines got my back.
Sir, the captain needs you on the bridge ASAP. You better follow me.
I'll lead the way. Bridge it is. I love the what would we call the atmosphere of this game. Like, they could easily have not left wounded soldiers just in there. But it just added to the atmosphere that your ship is being invaded, people are fighting. And this is actually the first terminal. I'm not going to use it, but it works towards your achievements.
Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3, make that 4 kills. Sleep well?
4 kills, eh?
No thanks to your driving, yes.
So you did miss me.
Report!
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Ma'am! Fire control for the main cannon is offline!
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what? Go down with the ship?
In a manner of speaking. The object we found, I'm gonna try and land the Autumn on it.
With all due respect, sir, this war
Land the
is not
Pillar of
dead
Autumn.
Heroes.
The size of that
I
ship.
appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. The protocol is clear. Destruction or capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
I don't know, as long as he doesn't go down with the ship.
Which is where you...
Oh, look who's watching.
Get
What are you doing
Cortana
here?
Off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they
Shouldn't you be
capture
playing
her, they'll
your
learn everything? Force deployment, weapons...
other game?
Earth.
I understand.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines handle the final approach.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yank me.
Oh, so I get sloppy second stream. I see how it is.
Good luck, Master Chief.
Your architecture isn't much different from the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
We're gonna be messing around in the brain in here.
We'll have to find ammo as you go.
Right, let's go. Let's get off this damn ship. Halo's not terrible now. 5 was... Yeah, 5 was a bit
Could
questionable.
use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
But 4 wasn't bad. And 6 has really high potential. Like with the ending of Halo 5,
Around here somewhere.
there's a really good potential for a good Halo 6. No, there's no Halo 6 yet. There will be a Halo 6.
No sign of him. That's fine.
And even though 5 wasn't anything special, it was actually probably the worst one of them all. But the ending was really, really good. Or at least the legendary ending was really, really good. I'll probably end up playing all of them though. Play through Halo... Wait a minute. Oh crap, I messed that one up. I should have just assassinated. Whoa. I thought he was shooting at me for a second. It could potentially... Well, it doesn't look like it's my upload at least. Because I'm watching the stream at the same time.
Back to the airlock!
So I don't think it's my upload. Come on. Marines alive. I love the music in this game.
They're using our lifeboat airlocks to attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in. Clever bastards.
No one ever talks about the music for first-person shooters. But I love it. Yeah, exactly. It's real funky. Come on, reload it. There we go. The problem with this is just starting over from scratch after playing like Halo 5. You know, you lose so much. Skills, abilities, things like that. Yeah, this is a remastered soundtrack. See, when you go back to regular graphics, it's still the same playing. You can change it before the levels. It's the same basic soundtrack, it's just redone. You know, let's play for a minute in old school graphics just for a laugh. It's such nostalgia playing in this mode. Because, not just in this one, but I have ridiculous amounts of hours in all my Halo games throughout history. Including, like, OG Halo, OG Xbox. Still have those games. And that working Xbox. Halo just gets a bad rap, if you ask me. Everyone just actually first-person shooters in general get a bad rap. Come on, get him. Yes, headshots. I really miss having grenades. Take that! Up until I lose the remainder of my shield. It shouldn't be a problem though. In fact, next time I see an enemy, I'm gonna lose them on purpose. I'll take that as a compliment, Nugget. I'm not sure. What brings you to Halo streams? Any particular reason today? You just a big Halo fan or browsing random streams? Wait, come on, I gotta let this guy hit me once more just to lose my shield. Here we go. Right, let's go back. I gotta get that overshield now. I let him waste out the slight remainder so I could pick this up. Clear. And as many different handguns and stuff as they've had in all the Halo games, I still like this one the most. For multiple reasons. With the scope, just the power of it, the clip, and well, let's kill this guy. And then every time you take it out, he just pulls the slide back. It's just an extra little bit of finish that it's unnecessary, but it's classy. No, I haven't played Halo Custom Edition. I know what it is on PC though. I know you need the specific. It's not just the mod for the standard PC game. You need the actual Halo Custom Edition one, and then you can mod on top of that. I've never played it, but I've been meaning to, but I've been saying that for years. So realistically, I'll just say no. One thing I did used to do though, it didn't really count as like mods or anything, because I do still technically have a copy of Halo 1 on PC on like some external hard drive somewhere. But what I used to do way back in the day is, because Halo 1 didn't actually have online Xbox Live support, you could only do local split screen and system link LAN play. What I actually used to do was I used a program called Xbox Connect. Yeah, I know it. Not K-I-N-E-C-T, but like C-O-N-N-E-C-T. You could run it on your computer, connect your Xbox to your computer, and then it would play through the internet, and it would trick your Xbox into thinking that it was connected to a LAN game, but the LAN game was through the internet, so you could play with other people using it. So you could technically play online with it.
Nobody on this side.
Which was really cool. Because the map design for a lot of the online stuff in Halo 1, especially for the big maps, is really cool. And it was always hard to get, you know, multiple people with Xboxes in one room, and you needed multiple TVs, and it was fun if you could manage it, but I think the most I ever managed was a three-way. Well, I said three-way game, but it was it would have been 3 TVs, 3 Xboxes, and I think we had six or somewhere between 6, 7, 8 people. So that was all fun. That was crazy, actually. I completely forgot about that until just randomly talking about it now. Oh, I missed something.
Good luck. You got it.
The life pods are launching. We should hurry.
At least I'll be able to... As far as Halo 1 goes, the only thing I'm really missing is the ability to use grenades, which I'll get very soon. And then we're back in full swing.
Maintenance access ways. Follow the nav point. It will lead you to an opening.
Okay, there we go. Open. I believe I have a keygen. Well, I can't remember if I have a keygen or... Actually, I'm pretty sure I have the... Oh, what is it? Not a keygen. I'm pretty sure I actually have the original serial somewhere. And yeah, I'm playing on normal, by the way. It's just a relaxed, easy, chill run through. That's why I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not going for any mad completionist achievements or anything. I mean, if I quit back to the main menu at some point, you'll see I have every level in every game on this collection done on Legendary, since it'll actually show you the highest difficulty you've done it on. So I just want to sit here, play some easy stuff, have some fun, you know?
We need to find another route. Motion tracker shows all clear. Wait, we need to get through that door, but it's been damaged by an explosion.
Crap, I went to throw a grenade again, but I'm out. But yeah, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure whatever hard drive I have standard Halo on PC on, I'm pretty sure I have just a text file with a shitload of serial keys in there as well. Oh, what was that to pick up? Was that a weapon? Oh, it was a plasma pistol.
Combat team, Sierra through Victor. Prepare for evac.
Yeah, they all tried to get me while I was sleeping.
Covenant wanted attention.
Screw those guys anyway. Let's get off this damn ship. Oh, did that not kill him? Okay, it didn't. That's weird. Usually that explosion kills him. Yeah, I could have knocked him out in the back, but that's technically the tutorial to do it, because that's why it comes up on the screen.
Keep your head down, there's 2 of us in here now.
But like I said, I won't say I'm rushing through it. I'm just not doing everything by the book. I'll pick up skulls now and then. I mean, I already have all the skulls picked up for the game, but the ones that aren't out of the way, I'll just pick them up again just for, I suppose you call it demonstration's sake. I've already picked up the one on this level. Or 3 when you first played the first Halo. Wow, what age was I when I first played Halo? When did Halo came out in, I think it was what, 2000, 2001? And I played it then, so I would have been like 14, maybe 15.
The damage to the superstructure.
And I've been in love with it ever since.
Use the Autumn can take.
I've been Halo fan for life at this point. And it will take some severe convincing otherwise to get me to stop playing Halo. I mean, even after Halo 5, I'm still playing. Okay, well, you played it in 2008, okay. Well, I played it when it was new and current, so that's why it's a little bit different for me. I'm old as fuck by this point, so I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm going to save it till later, whenever I get to the actual Flood levels. But everyone hates the Flood. I don't. I love them. Now, I'm not going to say why yet, because the first few Flood levels are so long. I'm going to leave it till then. I feel like I've got a really alternative view for the Flood. Mainly because most people hate them, but I love them. But I feel completely justified in it. And here we go. This is what I've been talking about. This is what I've been waiting for the entire level for. Just to throw a bunch of grenades. Yeah, the plasma pistol is probably better because you can just instantly drop their shield with like an elite shield. You can just instantly drop it and then pop them with a quick headshot with a pistol and they're done. Something that's come to be known and hated across all the Halo games as the noob combo. Oh, they're on, my guys. So away we go.
One last lighter. Quickly, get aboard before it launches.
No.
Now would be a very good
Good
time
old
to
Master
leave.
Chief, always being a badass.
Punch it.
Ah, sir.
Punch it. I always loved the. It's one of those cool, witty, almost one-liners. He just stands there. It's about to explode.
We're gonna make it.
Punch it.
I don't want to die out here.
Look!
Let's land on his Halo.
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know. We're landing on it.
The skull is actually right at the start of the next level.
Accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
We'll pick it up anyway, just for the sake of it.
Heads up, everyone. This is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
You sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
If I still
Oh, yeah.
had fingers, they'd be crossed.
I figured you meant custom edition. I know a lot about custom edition and like what it can do and what you can do in it. Like it will put the Halo 4 mechanics into the Halo 1 gameplay, or the Halo 4 mechanics and gameplay into Halo 1.
We're coming in too fast. Damn! Air brake failure. Center. Brace for impact!
This level was crazy back in the day because it was basically the first of its kind.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last. Are you alright?
Well, hang on, we'll let Cortana talk. So Flood freaked me out, but good fun. In the Master Chief Collection Halo 2, did you get the original rifle from 1? I don't recall if I ever got the... You don't get it in the normal gameplay? Was there an additional way to do it to get it? I don't remember. Yeah, cool, Nugs. Thanks for that. I plan on doing a lot more of these. I don't stream too often, but I'm always hoping to get more when I can.
Multiple Covenant dropships on approach.
And we're going to pick up the skull for this one now.
The Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash.
You can actually dodge the...
Types of flora.
Where are they?
This ecosystem is incredibly sophisticated.
I can't see them at the moment, but they're you can actually avoid the banshees here.
Alert! Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
Let's see, where is this skull? I know it's back here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's just behind a waterfall. Well, it should be here. Maybe I'm just... Oh, there it is. There's our skull. Not there in old mode. They're in remastered mode. Cool. Oh, I know there was a bunch of secret weapons in Halo 2, but I don't recall ever getting the original assault rifle. That was one thing that always annoyed a lot of people, was that they replaced the assault rifle with the battle rifle. Now, because I took too long, we gotta worry about this little squad. Just reload everything, just take them out. I know technically he didn't say everyone would be okay. When the Marine said he didn't want to die, Master Chief just put his hand on his shoulder, didn't say anything. And I nearly walked off the edge. But yeah, as I mentioned at the start of this one, I never got to fully articulate what I was saying, is that this level was kind of like groundbreaking and revolutionary at the time. Because before this, first-person shooters were just so... Oh, what is shooting me? There we go. They were just so extremely linear. I mean, to an extent, this is linear, but it's more open than a lot of first-person shooters at the time. Granted, Doom is still ridiculously, like, open for its time and beyond. But for the longest while of like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, GameCube, OG Xbox, a lot of their games were extremely linear when it came to first-person shooters. This at least had some openness to the maps. Like later on in this level, when you basically get an option in what order you want to do stuff in. Not many games had that back then. With the exception of like Doom and maybe Duke Nukem. You just had to almost go in a straight line. Let's get all these guys. I love how ridiculously good this handgun is. Let's see, we did Ring of Death with the PlayStation 3. Super Halo, Xbox One X. Yeah, that's another option as well. You could pick up an Xbox One X at some point and get yourself the Master Chief Collection. I mean, not every game on this runs flawlessly, so Like I'm playing on a day one Xbox One. It's not even an S.
Over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
But if you were to get, say, an Xbox One X, even if they don't patch it specifically for like 4K and all that stuff, just the way it's designed, the overall power of the Xbox One X will give a slight advantage. It might give a little bit of a better frame rate, or it might keep the dynamic resolution of Halo 2 a little bit better. Let's get these guys down. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I can actually, the game runs in 1080p, 60 frames per second, but because of the software I'm using to actually stream it, I can actually only stream it in 720p, 60 FPS. I could stream it in 1080 if I wanted, but it would only do 30 frames per second because of the software. So I'd rather keep the fluid gameplay. And most people will play it in a window or on a tablet or a phone or something anyways, so 60 FPS is more important than
We can use your help.
Than the 1080p stream. I don't want to wander too far forward. Come on, where are you, elites? I hate these elites. Oh no, I missed him. There we go. This bit's pretty relentless.
I knew there was one.
Whoa, where are we? There's a ship above me somewhere. I see its shadow. Everywhere. This is because this particular bit we're at now, defending this little spire. This bit is actually really hard on the highest difficulty, on legendary. So way back in the day, I succumbed to some gamer rage because of this particular part on legendary. I may have put a couple of holes in my wall with a baseball bat. Just because of extreme gamer rage. Runts, hate them. At least the needlers are lethal in some of the longer or the later Halo games. And yes, I agree. I saw that interview with Phil Spencer. I actually made a video on it as well, and no, I don't agree with him. 60 FPS is way more important than 4K. Oh, here we go. I was wondering where my ship was.
Another bandit dropping in behind us. They're trying to flank us.
Come on, let them out. No time. There's actually just what you could almost call a really cool thing when it comes to Halo and its legacy. Originally, what happened was when you die in Halo, we'll use Halo 1 as the example. When you die in Halo 1, some people say HDR is more notable. Yeah, that's another thing I hear as well. I hear HDR is really good. Unfortunately, I have an old 1080p non-HDR TV. Whenever I do get a new one, though, I will be getting a 4K 4K HDR10 TV. So I will be able to take advantage of that because I will be getting an Xbox One X, but that's for a bit down the line. But as far as something in this that took off, where's the last ship? There it is. Sometimes when you die in Halo, the enemies, the grunts and elites in particular, will actually keep shooting your dead body, and most people think it's a personality thing. It's like, oh, it gives elites more personality, that they'll kill you and then they'll disrespect your body and all. It's actually a programming error. The Bungie originally couldn't find a way to tell the AI that your character was dead, and that way they'd keep attacking. And by the end of I think it was Halo 3. It wasn't all the way up to like when they swapped over to 343 Industries. But I think it was by the end of Halo 3's release that they still hadn't figured it out. And they just said, fuck it, even if we do figure it out, we're going to leave it in from now on just to give the elites and the Covenant and whatever else enemies that we use just more personality. And that still remains to this day, which is interesting that even if 343 Industries did fix it, or like they did figure out a way to fix it for Halo 4 and Halo 5, that they didn't fix it, they left it in.
UNSC personnel respond. Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Forehammer?
That's some hardcore nostalgia.
Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you.
Let's see.
We need transportation to the command shuttle.
LG
I'm on my way.
OLED C7. I don't know that particular model. I don't usually keep up with LG TVs. I am a big fan of Panasonic stuff.
Disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
Nice. I think it's like 65-inch OLED 4K HDR TV that I really want.
Saddle up and give them hell. Roger, Foehammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety.
Now, where are we going? Let's get me some Marines on this.
Foehammer out.
Is there any more jumping into the passenger seat?
Need some backup. Can you spare a few men?
Let's see if anyone will jump in. Come on, guys, jump. No. Screw it. We have a gunner. Let's roll. Oh my god! I was looking at the stream chat right into a TV. Right into a TV, right into a tree, I meant to say.
This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere.
My two biggest, what we call them, my two biggest incidents of gamer rage. One of them involves Halo.
Show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief,
involves this one. It's the
use your suit's transcom system.
The one I explained a little bit ago. And this is actually the terminal down here. That one there. I'm not going to jump in on it because it's just going to give me an extra cutscene that I've already got 1,000,000 times over for the achievements and all. Now let's jump across here. There's actually an achievement for finishing this level without getting in a vehicle, and to actually get across that jump back there without a vehicle, you need to be able to do grenade jumps, which can be dangerous. Come on, shoot him, shoot him. He's not a very good shot. Luckily I can run over everyone. What, €6,000 or $6,000 or whatever for a good TV is pretty good. I'm a big proponent of spending a lot of money on good products, especially if they're going to be something that you're going to use for years. Like for example, if you get a 4K HDR10 TV now, that TV is going to last you for a good while, or at least it should in theory. I mean, my TV at this point it was top of the line when I bought it, but that was a long time ago. It's embarrassingly old at this point. I mean, it's still a 60 Hz 1080p TV, but so I'm not complaining about that. It still makes stuff like Halo: The Master Chief Collection look gorgeous. I just wish there was a PC version of this. I always loved the light effects in this, like the light bridge, the laser, not just the laser shields, but things like energy shields and plasma weapons and stuff. Like even, like look over there, even in the old graphics, is just cool. I love that. I think it looks deadly. We'll get up closer to him, we'll switch graphics and check it again. Now hopefully, is our gunner still alive? Yeah, our gunner's still alive. Oh, come on, shoot them. They're only grunts and stuff, they're fine. Come on, come on. Okay, well, they're all dead, we can move. So here we go. I just think that looks really cool. It reminds me of a lot of Star Wars. Although, when you're watching it in the new graphics mode, there's a nice little effect as you're going across it.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted.
What's the gunner's name? Let's
really
see. Chips Dubbo is the gunner's name.
We can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, and we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
Everyone is personal. Everyone has their own name.
Nice one.
No man left behind. Here's some more badass music. Ways to go here because we have 3 objectives to do. We have to do all of them. I'm going to do this one on the left here first. I usually leave this one to last.
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
The Warthog is all over the place. This is why I usually leave this one to last, because of the terrain here is terrible to drive around.
There's another one.
Come on, shoot them.
Yeah.
It's a shame. These are really good co-op games.
Over here.
I used to play a lot of this on the Master Chief Collection with mostly the same guy I used to play original Halo back in the day co-op with. So I mean, that's good times for both of us, good memories.
Oh man! I'm like burns! There it is!
Yeah, it feels the same. That's a really nice thing about it. Like, they could have updated it way more, and it would have changed the feel about the game, but while they updated the graphics and all, they wanted to keep it the same feel, and they did a really good job of that. And as someone who has spent a ridiculous amount of time in Halo, it gets my feel of approval. I'm gonna leave that guy there. Hopefully he doesn't die. We can always replace him if he does. He's red at least first. What a oh, he's up there. We'll go and get these guys first. I could go and get the rest of the crew, but I'm more of a one-man army job. Hell, I'm the Master Chief. Oh no! Oh, of course, right as I say that, our first date.
Maybe they
oh my god, we're all the way back here?
Let's check it out.
That's just my luck. My own hubris got the better of me. This guy is not very good at his shooting. Okay, I'm going to be more concise on wiping this stuff out now. Go on, shield is down. Get in a headshot. Wow, couldn't hit that guy to save my life. Now, where else are we going? We're gonna do it differently this time.
We should search the interior of those structures before we leave.
We're gonna get our actual units that we came here to save for. These guys will help us clear out a little bit. Not by much, they're not very good.
I've called for an evac.
Roger that. Marines! Assemble for evac! Pronto!
Although we'll get us another driver. Or not so much a driver, it'll get us another gunner for our Warthog.
Good one!
Oh no, I don't want to take out those guys just yet. No, no, it's not flood time yet at all. We are currently... Let me see, this is level 2, 3, 4, 5... I want to say we're 3 levels away from the flood. What made you think it was flood time?
They're everywhere!
Where is that health kit? Oh my god. Are you serious? This is actually embarrassing. For someone who's completed every single Halo game on Legendary, this is embarrassing. Then again, it's just relaxing. Just running around, shooting the shit. No, as far as the flood goes, actually we're even further away than I originally thought. I forgot one level completely. So there's this one, 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level, and then I believe the 6th is the first flood level. And that almost stuck me right in the face. Guys, I need to clear out. Whoa. Guys running up on me. Yeah, exactly. It's just fun. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing a crazy speed run, or I'm not doing a completionist run or a no death run. I mean, hell, that's why I have it on normal. I'm just playing through it just to shoot the shit. Get some nice headshots in.
We didn't rescue any of the Marines.
That's brilliant.
100% casualties.
I came here to rescue the Marines. They all die. Well, it's all good. We still have 2 more sets of Marines we can try rescue. I will clear out all of this stuff first.
Fohammer, belay the evac order. We weren't able to save any Marines from that lifeboat.
Oh, looks like I did clear out everything here. Alright, that's not bad. Now, where did I leave my Warthog? I think it's over here. Yeah, there it is. One of my friends actually used to really annoy me with Halo back in the day. I didn't get my OG Xbox on launch. I got it a couple of weeks after launch. Oh, let's take down these anyway, just for the sake of it.
Come get some!
But my friend got his OG Xbox. He got it at launch, and he got Halo with it. And I had wanted Halo, but I was going to wait a couple of weeks. or maybe like a month or two, just for more than Halo. But he basically never played the story mode or anything like that. I mean, I'd go visit him or whatever, and you know, me and another friend would go and we'd be just hanging out and all that stuff. We'd be checking out Halo. But all him and a friend would do would they'd put on one of the multiplayer modes, and they'd do Blood Gulch, which is like the famous Halo level at this point, especially if you've seen Red vs. Blue, you know what it is. And like all they do for like 4 or 5 hours would just be 2 people just driving Warthogs, crashing into each other back and forth on that level. Now I'd always have like my Game Boy Advance or something with me as well, but I always wanted to see them play the story mode, but they never would. So eventually, after maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy my Xbox earlier than planned. Luckily I did, because Halo just turned out to be amazing, and I don't regret it whatsoever. Okay, you're supposed to kill him, stupid gunner.
There are some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
There's a reason, like there's a more detailed reason for the grunts. It's to do with the whole grunts and elites during they had like a specific war, and one side helped out the other, and it was all crap. It's all a big funky Halo lore deal. Where's the sniper rifle here?
Nice to see you, sir.
Whoa! Can't hide from me.
Yeah, you can actually get a sniper rifle here and just snipe down at everyone. There it is. I'm not gonna bother picking it up. Well, you know I will, just for the sake of it. Although it looks like, oh no. Oh yeah, I forgot how hard it is to shoot with this when you're not used to it. And why am I trying to no-scope? Wow. Okay, come on, hang on. Get behind a tree.
More! Come on!
It's playing, whoa, my Warthog turned over. It's playing classic mode for a minute anyway. That elite. It's like, look at their shield even in classic mode. It still looks kind of cool.
Covering fire!
Are they running away? Yes, they are.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Foehammer's on station and ready for another pickup. Affirmative, Foehammer. We're ready for dust-off. Approach when ready.
Now I want to go back and get
my the last lifeboat, Echo 419.
My assault rifle. There we go. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 of these guys will jump on. I need a gunner of some sort. Yeah, well, they're not here. Yeah, as far as 3D goes, 3D was like basically a failed experiment. They still do release them technically now and again, but there's very few of them. Even in cinemas here as well, like less and less and less movies come out in 3D. I know I'd always prefer to go see 2D ones as well, because not only were 3D ones more expensive, but like Distracted says there as well, they're always, the color on them is always dimmer and darker, and the glasses that you'd wear wouldn't help. So I mean, you're essentially losing quality. And yes, because of the glasses, they never seemed as sharp. So I'd always go for the 2D versions.
Warning. I've picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site.
Come on, oh no, I can't get up there.
The captain is still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final life.
Where is this last one? Should be over this side somewhere. There we go.
Here comes
our last group of Marines. Hopefully we can actually save some of these ones.
Survivors detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks.
Shoot him! There he is. Like, my guy in the passenger seat's just ignoring the grunt right in front of him.
Here comes more! Whoa!
They're in the rocks. Let's go. Let's go in and get them. Come on, lads, let's go. Right, there's our first one, our first dropship to defend off. I don't know why everyone was all hyped for Avatar. It was an okay film at best, but I think that's why there's been so many delays and all, and when it comes to making the 2 sequels. I mean, technically the first sequel was supposed to be out this year. We've basically heard nothing about it. Come on, let's drive over these guys. Get him, get him. Come on, how can you not? Oh, there we go. My NPC gunner is not the smartest. Maybe that's why he's a Marine.
Back me up!
Shoot him. There he goes.
Make them count! Nice shot!
Oh, nice one. Here's we're pulling up on us at the perfect time. See if we can run over anyone just as they get out. Bit awkward to do with the ship taking up half the screen.
I see him!
Oh wow, no, we actually took that one out pretty fast. We didn't have an IMAX here. That's probably why. We literally have one IMAX screen in the entirety of Ireland at this point, and we only got that like within the last maybe 4 years. Whereas I know like in the UK and a bunch of other countries, they actually have entire IMAX cinemas with like multiple screens. Oh, here's a song I love in this game. I actually just switched my headphone mode to bass boost just because I love this song. And it's got really good, like, alien-style sci-fi synth bass. As weird as that's gonna sound. There it is! Come on, Marines. You're trained to shoot. That guy right in front of you. But my passenger's not even shooting. He's being useless.
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
And that's us. That is level 2.
He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
Nice one. So we've
There's
got our
ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
we've got our position for the captain. Let's go get him.
We should move out, Lieutenant, and then we'll need your help on a rescue mission.
Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, I went to see Star Wars in 2D, I believe, as well. Assuming you mean Episode 7. I didn't see Rogue One.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
There's actually a really buggy stealth mechanic in this level. It's really cool when it works, but it's really buggy.
There's a gravity lift that varies troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's
And the fact it's nighttime, we get to see some
Once
cool
we get inside
stuff.
the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Key's neural implants.
Hit 'em,
Because-
Marines! Go, go, go!
Hang on.
Corey paying us by the hour.
Stick to the higher ground.
This is the Sergeant Johnson being a beast.
Recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Yeah, we know, we
Get
know.
ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out...
I love that you can use night vision.
Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
But this is the really buggy stealth mechanic here. You can actually snipe stuff from up here, despite it being really loud. See, like, no one knows. I'm just sniping all these guys and no one knows. But just randomly, yeah, just like that, randomly they'll just see you, even though they're not supposed to. There's actually an achievement for snipe this entire...
Gun. Take him out.
Oh, come on. Oh, I can't. There we go. There's an achievement for sniping all of them without alerting anyone. I'm 99% sure I have it. I'm not even going to worry about going up on the ledge. Oh, that's another thing actually. You saw that just hit the... See, look at this. Look where the wall ends here. And then in old mode the wall is still going. The bullets actually stick to... Well, they stick to the geometry of the old stuff, which can actually be really annoying when you're starting to shoot stuff. And then the bullets are just hitting an invisible wall, and then you switch graphics and you can see, oh look, they're clearly hitting the wall. It's not usually a problem, especially if you aren't as like weirdly familiar with the game as I am. I know I need to catch up, but I ain't clue what Master Chief looks like. Master Chief is some really tall blonde dude, and if I remember correctly, he's got blue eyes. But you don't actually see, you never actually get to see his face as of yet. And to be honest, I really hope they never show his face. Like even the whole thing where you can actually just see his eyes was it was a bit much.
Get up so I can kill you again.
Like they should just leave him as a kind of like a faceless protagonist. I mean, he can't be a silent protagonist obviously because he talks all the time. But they need to focus on leaving Master Chief as a faceless protagonist. And listen to this music again. I'm gonna keep it nice and quiet for a minute, but just listen to that music. Actually a lot more lads there than I thought. Yeah, as far as Master Chief's face goes, I know they do talk about it when they're in production meetings and stuff like that. I remember they were talking about a production meeting for Halo 5 before the game actually launched. Or, well, after Halo 5 launched, they talked about a production meeting from Halo 5's development. And they were talking about, it's like, oh, well, every production meeting, we just started talking about, you know, well, when do we show his face? And I really hope they don't. Like, it's bad enough we've technically seen his eyes now. I mean, we know his name, it's, you know, John. We know a lot of his story, like, as the whole Spartan thing, and, you know, he's basically indoctrinated as a kid. But I don't think it's a bad story. By no means. I don't think that the background or anything, the lore on it is bad. I feel like there should be a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue about some things. That's one of the things that worked really well with Half-Life 2.
The path up on the left should let us
Not just, wait a minute. Not just Half-Life 2, but Half-Life in general. Like, we know what Gordon Freeman looks like, but he's a silent protagonist. So there's still that little bit of something there. Where are these? There we go. Don't know if that killed him or not. Let's see real quick. I wouldn't doubt if 343 showed his face. That's what color his eyes are. Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like they're trying to do, like, to make him you. I don't feel like they're trying to do that. I think they're just trying to reveal enough of him, like maybe his personality, a little bit of his backstory. His name is obviously John, so I think they're just trying to do just enough of it to give you a connection to the actual character, to Master Chief as John, to Spartan 117, to whatever way you want to look at him, without him being you. But I'm just afraid they'll go overboard. Like, at this point, I've been playing Halo for nearly 20 years. I mean, I know a lot about the story as well as the backstory of individual characters and stuff. And to me, I don't need to know 100% of everything. I don't need that to make it enjoyable.
Alert! Covenant dropships are inbound.
How did I miss that? I'm invisible and everything. It's not like they can see me. Well, I can tell you a lot about how he was created and trained and stuff like that. Is the let me just clear out one or two of the, because the enemies are just dropping out through here. As soon as we clear these out, I'll explain a small bit about how the Spartan program works. We still have another guy here. So as far as the Spartan program goes, they're basically, I suppose you could say they kidnapped a lot of kids and they like genetically modified their body and did a shitload of stuff to them, as well as a lot of mental stuff as well, like mental indoctrination and things like that, to be more receptive to orders without question, to like kill without remorse, things like that. And when you factor in the relationship between like an internal AI like Cortana, yeah, there was supposed to be Halo TV shows, Halo movies, all that stuff, but they're all like development hell. But yeah, the relationship that's kind of like forged between an AI and their Spartan it's intentional. And with the whole like indoctrination thing, the person behind it all, Dr. Catherine Halsey, who comes into play in later Halo games, like she's referenced and all that. It's intentional to be like an unhealthy, borderline abusive relationship that the Spartan will depend on. It'll need to depend on the AI. So when like the UNSC, aka the Marines, since they control the AIs, they can essentially control the Spartans through what's basically an abusive relationship and a dependent relationship. A lot of the Spartan kids, or like the people in the Spartan program, died during the Spartan program. It's unconfirmed from what I know, at least anyway. But in the batch, we'll call them, that Master Chief was in, supposedly he's the only one that actually survived, which like puts him in an even more unique position because he's even more isolated and even more dependent on the, like, we call him the Cortana relationship. There's a lot of gray area about the Spartan programs because of the ethics and the morality of it as well. Like essentially kidnapping kids and using kids for the experiments because they're easier to indoctrinate to, like a parental mother style figure, like say Cortana or Dr. Halsey or whoever. And they're obviously, their body isn't fully formed, so they can genetically shape it and like mold it and use all their engineering and all to greater success because they're not messing with a fully grown, fully formed human body. It's easier to manipulate into what they want, basically. And not only that, but the specific model, I suppose you could call it, that of Spartan that Master Chief actually is considered a failure. His individual series and his individual models and stuff, they're all considered failures. There's much later in the Halo universe, like in say Halo 5 for example, there is there's newer Spartans and they work differently. They were done differently. Yeah, I use Covenant weapons. I kind of just like I said, I've just been breezing through it, and I still have a lot of. Oh, what the hell killed me?
The Covenant use a gravity lift.
And when I run out of like sniper rifle ammo, because you do start with a lot of sniper rifle ammo on this level,
The lift to enter the ship.
then I'll pick up like some Covenant weapons. Come on, I could have sworn I hit his feet there. But yeah, that's the very, very loose, basic, I would call it history and lore, I suppose, of Spartans and Master Chief.
Cover me! Don't let him get away!
I assume you mean all the other Spartans in Master Chief's program when he was becoming a Spartan. A lot of them couldn't handle it and they mentally snapped, or a lot of them, their bodies couldn't handle all the severe amounts of pressure and they just died. There was a huge mortality rate in the original Spartan programs. Which again, because, where are we? Because I suppose you could call them participants, but they're essentially kidnapped kids. Because so many of them were kids and stuff, it was an even bigger morality and grayer area. I mean, you're subjecting kids against their will to this experiment that has a huge death rate. Oh my god, why can I not hit this guy? Yeah, let's see, I mean, wasn't there like 1,000 that survived them? Well, see, the problem is Spartans are used for... They're not just used for all-out war, but yeah, of course they're used for all-out war as well. You know, in war, they're gonna die, despite being how beast they actually are. And when you look at Halo Reach, for example, I won't spoil too much, but there are Spartans in Halo Reach, and Spartans can die, so they're not invincible. So like over the course of all this time, and like Spartans aren't just used for all-out war and Black Ops and stuff and like that as well. Spartans are just used for other types of missions and all too. Like, even when there's not a huge war going on, Spartans might take in like a four-man Spartan squad instead of sending in like an entire squad of troops. And even if they are big killer combat machines, well, he's not exactly the last one. He's see, that goes back to what I was saying about it's kind of unconfirmed if he was the only one in his particular program that survived. Because there was also ones before him too. And there's ones after him. He's just... yeah, I suppose you call him like the SAS.
Nice shot! Wiped us out.
Oh my god, I'm actually really embarrassed this is escaping me at the moment, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Master Chief is a Spartan 2. Spartan Model 2. Oh, I'm awfully close to him. I don't want to be. Because I know there's ammo around here for my assault rifle, and I need to get it. Here it is. No, that's not it. It's up on the ledge. Oh no! It's up here somewhere. I gotta just pay attention to this for 1 second. You can actually kill the... oh, well, that helps, I suppose. You can actually kill hunters in 1 hit. Oh, I missed it. Okay, it's too hard to do with a sniper rifle. It's really easy with a handgun. No, come on. You have to hit him in the orange. There he goes. You can actually kill them in 1 hit with a handgun if you can do that. Oh shit, he hit me. I'm just gonna kill this guy normally. Oh, there's all that ammo I wanted.
Cortana to Echo 419. We've reached the gravity lift and are ready for reinforcements. Copy that, Cortana.
Here we are at our gravity lift. Now let's take a quick look here.
Out.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface.
No, he's in that tube at the start of Halo 1. It's explained in much later in the Halo series because he's actually been transported. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's technically asleep in cryo, but he's being transported from one place to another. I just gotta wait for all these guys to come down.
Look, Mach 5.
And we'll go up. This is actually a really long level. I'm only about halfway done with this entire level.
We're in. I've got a good look.
No, it's not. I assume you mean custom edition. No, this is actually on the Xbox One. It's the Master Chief Collection.
I think maybe nobody's home.
You're like the second or third person to ask if this is a custom edition mod at this point.
Use your help, sir.
Where's the... here he is. An invisible elite with a sword.
No covenant. You had to open your mouth. Want some more?
Come on, let's get a nice little grenade in there to take out a group of them.
Oh, baby.
That was a nice grenade. I got like 4 or 5 of them. I think I got the whole group with that one. I really need to pick up a new weapon actually. A sniper rifle is not very good in these close quarters. And I already have the achievement for finish this level with a bunch of sniper ammo. No, to be honest, I still don't think this looks terrible. Like when I switch to original graphics. Then again, I'm a little biased because I just love Halo and I love the graphics on it. The original graphical style, it was, even back when this game first launched, it was like the best graphics in a first-person shooter. How did that not kill him though? Where are we going?
There it is. What the? Keep it up.
I think this is the one with the hunters? No, it's a bit further on, I think.
We could use the side passages to find a way around.
I do need to get rid of this gun though. I think I'll
Find a way to open this.
I'll pick up no, actually, you know what? I'm going to use this for the moment. I'm going to use the assault rifle in the little tunnels. Then when I find a nice big open area, I'm going to use as much sniper rifle ammo as I can. And then switch it out for something a bit more viable. Well, thanks for that, Noah. I appreciate that. Both the compliment and the sub, that is. I don't remember where the skull is on this level, actually. Now, I know I already have it, but I know it's not a completionist run rating, but I did want to just pick them up as I was going along. Oh, wait a minute. I think I do remember. I think it's right near the end. No, that's much later on. Crap, I can't remember.
Wait, that's the locked door down there. The Marines are waiting.
I know there's a door. Oh, I believe it's on this level. Or else it's on the other version of this level later on. The door doesn't open normally for you, but it opens once or twice to let some enemies out. And if you rush in while the enemies are there, or like if you rush in while the enemies are opening the door, you can actually get the skull. Yeah, there's not many of us. There's not many of us, Paul. We're few and far between when it comes to Irish people. Actually, this place is nice and open. I can usually snipe down. Even if I am missing loads of shots. Then again, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm pretty tired. Actually, that reminds me. Once I finish this level, I am going to end the stream with this one. I will pick it up most likely again. I won't say tomorrow. I'll say later today. And just for a second, listen to that music. It's almost like it's some sort of like, what we call it, like maybe like binary computer style beeps. It's really atmospheric and like sci-fi, especially because you're on the alien ship. Like, it's not something you consider music. Most people wouldn't, but I love it so much just because it's really atmospheric and it fits really well. Like most people wouldn't even notice that. The only reason is just because I know I love the soundtrack of this game and I've so much ridiculous time with the Halo series just in general. But you just play and you just keep going and you wouldn't even realize that it fits. But of course I like to call attention to it. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Death from above, just sniping during some sort of like Daft Punk style rave. because it's 2017, we'll just put in a whole, what's it called, Macintosh plus Vaporware style. You know, all them modern pop culture references. Oh, that's a poor throw. Oh shit, I didn't see that grenade behind me. That must have been the one I threw and messed up. Yeah, that's actually one of the things that Halo was really popular for at the time. It was some of the best AI seen in first-person shooters. Now, having said that, that was, you know, 2001. It's not poor by any means, but it was still revolutionary at the time. Let's see, what part of Ireland am I from? I am, if you know your Irish geography, I'm from Kildare, which is the next county outside Dublin. I believe I'm going the wrong way. Oh no, this is the right way. I want to get down to the ground floor.
They're everywhere.
Oh, that poor elite. He just walked out in front of me. I know the one you mean, Noah. Halo Online. That's the like free-to-play online shooter game that's like only released in like Russia or China or something, right? I'm pretty sure I made a video on that like years ago when, well, I say years ago, maybe like 2 years ago when it was coming out or in beta test or something. I've never actually played it, but I know of it. As far as my favorite Halo game goes, in order, my favorite for the Halo series goes Halo 1, Halo Reach, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4. I don't know where ODST fits in there. It's probably like last, but ODST isn't bad. It's just, it doesn't feel like a full-fledged Halo game, or it doesn't feel as good as any of the main Halo games.
Lock onto my signal and approach fast and low. There's a shuttle bay on the ship's starboard side. Roger, Cortana. Echo 419 on approach.
Now, fair enough. As far as... Let's go in here, actually, real quick. I think this might be where the skull is. As far as like the quality of the Halo games and all, I may be a little bit biased when I say Halo 1 is the best. I just have so many good memories with this game. Apparently this isn't where the skull is. I want to try to get the guys up top first though. These are the worst. I don't really think there's any bad Halo games. I will say Halo 5 was probably okay at best. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was probably only okay. I really feel like some of the choices, the design choices they made when it came to... Oh my god, they just replenished my ammo. I really feel like some of the design choices they made when making the Halo 5 campaign was really bad. Like, the game feels like it's only half a campaign because you're playing basically, I won't say every level twice because you're doing them as Locke and his crew. But no one asked for Locke and his squad, and they're not an interesting squad. And no one likes Locke as a character. Even after the conclusion of Halo 5. Bungie retreat. Well, Bungie make Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, and ODST, and those are easily the best Halo games. And if you specifically because it works really well because of the Master Chief Collection. If you come from just like playing Halo 1, 2, and 3 or anything like that and move straight into playing Halo 4, you'll see the difference straight away. And the Bungie games are just so much better. Again, it's not saying that the 343 games are bad. They're just different. And you can easily tell the difference in quality between them.
Hey, which way should we go now? All the doors on this level are locked.
Wait a moment. I'm going to access the Covenant BattleNet and locate an override code to...
Which is funny because Destiny doesn't play like Halo, despite what many people say. And Destiny is a load of shit.
I'd like to see you crack 128,000-bit modulating encryption.
Cortana with the sass. Like, okay, Cortana, we know you're cracking some sort of supercomputer encryption. We're sorry. We're just under fire. That's another thing that Halo did really well. The personality difference they gave between everyone. Like, Cortana, she's not just a standard, inflexible, rigid AI. Like, she's sassy, she's sarcastic, she makes jokes, she's like appropriate. Oh crap. Okay, blast from these in the face. Let's see if we can get these guys. Okay, it's not helping that there's two of them at once. Let's break away for a second, get my shield back. There we go, got him. Harder to do with this. I wish I had a hang on. No, there we go. Years of practice. Come on, open the door for me. Here we go.
Door is open. Everyone should...
Thank you, Cortana.
I can't guarantee that it won't lock again when it closes.
The Halo video by Krobcat. I have no idea who that is. Or the video in question. It's very upset that Combat Evolved never really had energy source. Yeah, it was one of those things, like, when it comes to Halo 1, I mean, now, even a couple of years, maybe like 4 or 5 years after Halo 1, or even after all this time. Wow, I can't hit this guy to save my life. I'm too busy thinking of the stream. The like as the games go on, they add more and more every time. And yeah, granted, the Covenant could use, the elites could use the energy swords in the first game, but you couldn't actually pick them up. But you could in the second game and onwards. It's just one of those things. Like if you compare it to what we have now, yeah, it's very limited. But I mean, this was what, 2001, so I think it did pretty well for 2001.
I'm going to call for reinforcements. There's no sense going in.
Cortana to Foehammer. We need additional support troops. We're going to open the shuttle bay door again, move in, and drop off reserve troops on my signal.
And yes, Cortana is the Windows assistant as well. She's like the Windows version of Siri, since you were mentioning using Apple. The funny thing is I can't actually use Cortana on my Xbox or my Windows 10 PC, simply because Cortana doesn't properly understand the Irish accent. Now, if I set my Windows location to England, I can use her in a very limited capacity. And she doesn't understand my accent perfectly, so sometimes I have to repeat stuff or talk especially clear, which I don't like doing. It's just not natural for me. Oh, he's invisible. There he goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to miss the skull on this level. There's just so many doors that enemies come from, I don't remember which ones are which. Holy crap, he took 3 of those 4 hits and he didn't die. quick look. Stream chat and away we go. The Google the Google voice search actually works pretty well. I have an Android phone and a lot of the time it works well on there. I will say this though, I noticed today actually that Google, or not so much Google, but well, Google and YouTube, whatever you want to call it, they started auto-captioning some of my videos on YouTube. And yeah, the auto-captions don't work perfectly. Like, just because of my accent. For example, I was, in one video in particular, I was talking about Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And whatever way Google thought I said it, the caption said, Legend of Zelda, Bread of the Oil. I don't fault them though, it's pretty much it's an automated service and they're trying to pick up on it. Could almost arguably call it part of my charm. Oh my god, I thought he died. But other than that, generally the Google Assistant is pretty good. You would play Bread of the Oil. I don't know how that would work. It sounds like it would be like a Zelda mini game. Oh my god, I skipped over what I was supposed to do. I was too busy just focusing on breezing through it and just like talking. I completely skipped my objective. I always, now that I think about it playing on this level, I always had one major complaint about Halo 1, even back in the day when it was current, and like, it's still, it's only a minor complaint now. It was a bit more of an annoyance back then, but it's only small now. Is that some of the levels in this game you actually play more than once, just in reverse or slightly modified. I don't mind a slightly modified version of them. Like for example, if there was a, well no actually no, I won't say because if you're not too familiar with it, it might be a spoiler. But there's one level in particular that it's the exact same level, just played backwards. And that annoys me. It doesn't annoy me as much nowadays, it's only a minor annoyance and I understand it a lot more. But back then it just felt like they were cheaping out as a same level, just backwards. The big military style building to a crescendo here as we storm the ship to get the captain back. And then the music just stops. No scoped. I think it might be this door here that has the skull in it, but the problem is we've already triggered the enemies to come out of there. It could be a different one, but I think it might be that one. Wow. I can't hit anything with this. Or maybe I left it open now. No. It's still closed. And yeah, I'd be a bit more worried when AIs can perfectly understand everyone. Then we might have some robot uprisings to quell. What do all the skulls do? They vary. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but they do stuff like, say, no regenerating shield, where you have to kill an enemy with a melee to get your shield to regenerate. real quick, I'm going to listen to music again here. Just because I love that music. But yeah, that's one of them. Some of them enemies have more shields, they have more health, they do more damage. Minimap turned off, they drop less ammo. Just things like that. There's one of them that's really, really bad as well. Where if you die, you actually start the entire level over from scratch. And the skulls they're not just if you want a challenge, they give you more points. Because you can turn on like a point counter and a time counter. And you can, oh shit, let's throw that out there. They give, like, the more skulls you put on and the more of a handicap that a particular skull gives you, the more points you get. It's like you might get if something's only a small handicap, you might only get an extra 50% points. But there's other ones where they might double your points or triple or quadruple your points. And you can stack up multiple skulls that you'll increase your handicap will be huge, but at the same time your points bonus will be huge. And there's a specific playlist as well, because they added playlists in the Master Chief Collection.
This looks like the ship's command center. The captain's transponder signal.
Wait a minute, 1 second. I think there's a... Is it here? No, it might be up top. Yeah, here it is. This is the terminal on this level, actually. I'm not going to use it, but it'll give me an unnecessary cutscene. But that's the terminal there. But yeah, there's a playlist, specific playlist in this that it's actually called LASO playlist. So it's legendary, which is the hardest difficulty. All skulls on, and that is too hard even for me. And this is the guy who has finished every single Halo game on legendary by himself, and has a ridiculous amount of time in all the Halo games. And even that is still too hard for me. I want to do it someday, but it's the kind of thing where I'll need to master like absolutely everything in and focus on nothing else for like weeks and weeks just to do it. I do want to do it someday just to complete off my lifetime of Halo career, but that's questionable at best. What do you mean, how am I playing online? I mean, how am I streaming? Is that what you mean? Because I'm still only playing single player. I'm actually almost, this level is almost over. And then I need to go to bed after this one because it is 6:40 in the morning. Uh-oh, I think it's this room that has invisible guys.
We must be in the brig. These look like holding cells. There are probably multiple detention stations. The captain must be in one of them. We need to keep looking for him.
I'll turn these off. There should be some good stuff in here. Other than an unfortunate dead body. Oh, there we go. Some ammo and grenades. No, your world online ranking skill level. Okay, now I see what you mean when you say how are you playing online. Okay, yeah, I read that in a different way. I'll be honest, I don't play Master Chief Collection online because I tried when it first came out. I know the whole thing was broken beyond belief at the time, but I tried playing it online and a lot of the I think I'm going the right way here, but a lot of the game mechanics and all for even as far up as Halo. No, okay, everything's dead. Even as far up as Halo 4, a lot of the stuff felt dated, and a lot of the gameplay styles and mechanics just felt too dated. So I played like maybe 3 matches and then I just stopped. I did play a decent bit of Halo 5 online for a while as well, but wait a minute, here we go. To be honest, is I'm bored of. I've been bored of the competitive online games for like the last maybe, I will say 2 or 3 years. So like even when I play stuff like Halo 5 or Gears of War 4 or just any game really, I usually, if I'm going to play them online, they'll usually be like cooperative modes. I'll usually play Gears of War 4 Horde or Halo 5 Warzone Firefight rather than, you know, straight up versus modes. Yeah, I'm a big Gears fan. I love Gears 1, 2, and 3. Judgment can die in a fire, and Gears of War 4 is pretty good too. Those invisible guys thought they could hide from me, but I could see the glow on their plasma rifles. I'm actually finally running out of sniper ammo.
It's him.
Okay, we'll leave it nice and quiet for a second for cutscenes.
You two know better than this. Thanks. Marines, lock and load your weapons. Let's be ready to move.
Yes, sir.
While the Covenant had us locked up in here, I overheard the guards talking about this ring world. They call it Halo.
One moment, sir. Accessing the Covenant BattleNet. According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. If I'm analyzing this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon. One with
And just like that,
unimaginable power.
Cortana pulls everything that the Covenant knows.
Covenant kept saying that whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see.
And that makes sense why they're considering it a weapon.
Number of messages about a Covenant search team scouting for a control room. I thought they were looking for the bridge of a cruiser that I damaged during the battle above the ring. But they must be looking for Halo's control room.
That's bad news. If Halo is a weapon, and the Covenant gained control of it...
Oh yeah, so of course it's...
...and wipe out the entire human...
It's always safe for,
Chief, Cortana.
for the humans to take it over, you know?
We need to beat the Covenant to Halo's control room. Marines, let's move!
No, Noah, I would love the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 on PC. I know Halo 1 and 2 are on there because you've got Halo, the old original Halo 1 version, and you've got the Games for Windows Live version of Halo 2, which is like impossible to use at this point nearly without hacking it or getting a keygen or a crack or something. But I would love to have the Master Chief Collection on PC as well as Halo 5. You can technically get part of Halo 5 on PC. You can download the Arena and the cool thing about it is it actually includes the full Arena mode. So you can technically test out your maps and stuff. While it doesn't have a proper matchmaking system, let me just pick up this new weapon before I forget. While it doesn't have a complete new... it doesn't have a complete matchmaking system, there's a lot of places out there online that have like forums and stuff like that that will, you know, it's... Think of it as a private server Halo community. So you can say, oh, I'm going to be hosting this type of game all day. Here is where you can find it and where you can search for it and all that. Because it still has the full Arena functionality. Just without the matchmaking.
Bastard!
but as I mentioned earlier in the stream, like Halo 1 back in the day, not having online, you know, on the PC, we find a way around it. Because despite me actually playing this, is you know, most people would say, oh, wait a minute, you can't be a PC gamer, you're playing on Xbox. I play on everything. I play games I enjoy. I play them on whatever platform I enjoy. Usually it is PC, but this isn't available on PC, so I'm not going to miss out on it just because it's not. Visible. Oh my god, he killed him. It wasn't even me that died. Damn it, Captain Keyes. You're supposed to be a captain. You should know all this stuff. No, Keyes, get back. Oh, that was close. Keyes almost got wrecked there.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant air patrols, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your own ride.
Yeah, it is entirely possible that they could port it to PC at some point.
Air support is cut off.
I'd love if they did, really.
Until she can move in.
Oh man, we're trapped in here.
I know they have said that like when you look at all the games
remember you're a leather
that Microsoft are putting out nowadays, and they're all coming to PC and console on the same day.
I can fly.
They said that even though Halo 5
Yes, Captain. There's a Covenant dropship still docked.
even that Halo 5 isn't on PC, because the whole concept of them sharing PC and console games before, or like at launch, that was started before Halo 5 went into development apparently. So that one might be off the cards. But Phil Spencer has said that he wants all future games, like Xbox games, to come to PC as well. And he actually specifically listed Forza and Halo. So Halo 6 is like 99% confirmed for PC release, which makes me extremely happy. Could also be part of the reason why it's taken so long for Halo 6. This is actually the end of the level here, so I'll have a little outro to the stream as well, but this is technically where we're going to be ending it now. There'll be 2 or 3 cutscenes and then we'll finish up.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Everybody, mount up. Let's get on board.
Installation 01. For some reason, Installation 01 is, the name sounds familiar, but I'm drawing a complete blank on it.
No need.
It sounds like, from what you typed in there, it sounds like, well, yeah, it's a fan-made game, basically, which has like insanely high graphics quality and textures and all, and 343 have given it the okay by the sounds of it. And why would it be better on PC is basically every game is better on PC as long as it's properly done. For the simple reason is a first-person shooter will have mouse and keyboard support, so you'll have much better controls and much better accuracy, because a mouse and keyboard is much better for first-person shooter. And you'll have much higher resolution, possible higher graphics settings and graphics quality. You'll have a considerably higher frame rate. Usually when I play games on PC, I'm playing at 120 frames per second instead of something like 60 frames per second on the Xbox. Or even, as you know, some games are down as low as 30 on consoles, but the point is, more frames per second are better, and I have a very high-end PC, so I can play games at like 100, 120 frames per second. We'll chill on the menus now anyway, because we've got our little cutscenes over. And let's see. So like let's take a look on here real quick once the menu actually loads. So let's see. We'll come out of our playlists and we'll do a quick little search. So let's see. We've got missions. Start with the first one. Legendary, legendary, legendary. Everything in Halo 1, legendary. Let's take a quick look at Halo 2. Let's start at the end on this one. Legendary, all the way back. Still more legendary. I haven't got that one done on co-op. There was I remember playing that. We were hit by a really bad glitch on co-op for legendary. That's why it just stops there, and we never finished it. But the big thing, single player legendary. Halo 3. Oh, I'm on ODST here actually. Either way, same way. ODST, single player, all legendary. Standard Halo 3, legendary, all single player. Halo 4. Did I do Halo 4 and legendary? Yeah, it looks like I've done Halo 4 and legendary. Halo 4 legendary. And the funny thing is I still have my original Halo 5, I still have my OG Xbox, and I have a copy of Halo 1 and 2 on that as well. And I booted it up a while back, and I still have my legendary complete Halo 1 and 2 games on there as well, which I'm pretty happy with. And then on 360, I have all that done too. You know, what is it? Halo 3, 4, ODST, and Reach, and the remaster. It's all pretty cool. I'll check out Installation 01 later today. It's nearly 7 AM here, so I am going to bed in like a few minutes, but I'll definitely check that out, because if it's more Halo stuff, and it sounds like it's going to be a really high quality fan game, and if not Bungie, but if 343 have said okay, it looks promising. Fan games are usually pretty good because you've got people who have talent and have actual passion, and they usually make a quality product. Look at any of the stuff that comes out from people making fan game. I'm going to take off my headset 1 second. It's easier to talk with it off. But it's when you look at the stuff that the Nintendo fans come out with, you've got like another Metroid 2 remake. You've got people making like all the work that people are doing with The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and all the stuff they're adding in on the PC Wii U emulator for that. It's literally passionate fans just adding more and more into the game and improving on it. And even if they're just using the IP to an extent to like to take an already existing world and already existing characters and stuff like that, and using them to make a new experience and a new story, a new mission, a new whatever. You know, these people love what they're doing, and that's why they're doing it, and they want to be able to share it with people. And some companies embrace that. You've got companies like Sega. Sega have a very openness when it comes to fan created games and stuff like that. Nintendo are complete opposite. They're basically Nazis with their own stuff. I can understand why they're Nazis with their own IPs and things like that, but at the same time, you know, you try to find a good balance. Sega are very open with it. Apparently 343 are very open with this Installation 01. There's a bunch of other stuff out there that just escapes me off the top of my mind because it's 7 AM. And you know, some companies are very open with it, and it's very positive, and the fans are very appreciative of that. And then of course you've got Atlas, who did some weird stuff with the whole copyright issues from streaming Persona 5 and stuff like that as well, that some people were also very unhappy with. But yeah, that's it when it comes to, you know, fan projects and stuff. It's literally passionate fans wanting more. I mean, Halo 5 came out in 2015, and we're probably not going to have Halo 6 till at the earliest the end of 2018. So that's a long, well, in modern days, it's a long time to go without a Halo game. It could be even longer. So naturally, people are going to want more Halo. People are going to be wanting, you know, wanting to, I won't say mod Halo, but create Halo fan games. People are going to want to be able to get new content in their games. I mean, 343 Industries are doing a decent job updating Halo 5. Every so often they come out with new patches, new weapons, new armors, new maps, new powers, new abilities, new vehicles. So it keeps it fresh. New modes in there too. The new modes actually rotate fairly frequently. So even though I don't play them, because I usually only play Warzone Firefight, but there's a lot of people out there playing them, and it keeps the game fresh. It's the same with Gears of War. Gears of War 4, they update the stuff almost weekly. They have new game modes, new maps, new rotations, new Gears packs to add in. It's all there, and as long as they support the games, and the people will go about that. As far as the SNES Mini goes, I actually have one pre-ordered, so I should be good on that front. I used to work in GameStop. I know the guys in my local GameStop, and they're hooking me up with that. So unless something really, really weird goes where they don't get a single one in stock, yeah, I should be getting one like 99%. So I'm cool with that side of it. But that's it. I'm going to leave the stream here because we're finished playing Halo for the moment. I'll get back to continuing this on possibly later today or maybe tomorrow or something like that. My schedule is pretty free these days, so I've been meaning to run through all the Halos, and this will probably be the best way of doing it again. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. It's been pretty fun, not just playing Halo, but just shooting the shit in general with stream chat. That's like, even if it's not Halo related, even if it's just random questions or just other stuff, it's all fun. And the fact that you gave your time to yes, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Oil. The fact that you decided to spend your time in here is very complimentary to me. I appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. Take it easy, guys. I enjoyed my time here. Hopefully you did too. And I will see you hopefully next time anyway. Peace out.